All right, my name is Moses Kamira and welcome to Coding with Kamira. So in a couple of series, we shall be diving deep into understanding Flutter, and it is going to be a more of practical than theory. So let's get prepared to that in our hands. And we are going to start by creating a simple sample project. There is a directory known as Android Studio Projects. So this is where I create my projects all the time. And now we are going to create our project together. It's just simple as creating as Flutter create, then the project name, and that is Flutter tutorial. So you see, to check whether it has been created, I can say ls, we list and see our Flutter tutorial. Does it exist? Yes, here it is, Flutter tutorial. So we copy and check this directory. That is cd, this. So that means we've entered this Flutter tutorial here. And now we can see ls to see the folders and the files in this. So let me open it here in file, open. All right. So we're still asking this anyway. Yeah, of course I trust this, but I have to click a trust project because it's the first time project. And since I already have an existing project displayed, they're asking me whether I should display this one a new window or this window. Yeah, we can say this window. And then we'll see what happens. Okay. So it has closed the other project that was there before. And now we are having a fresh project here. So you can check on here under projects. So now you can see, okay, so there is that, there's iOS, there is lib, this, and this. I expect to see the Android as well. So these are the folder default ones: web, Linux, Mac, iOS, and Android. Yeah, all right. Yes, I've seen it. So this is the default file structure, but you realize that we shall not be dealing with all these. Like our focus shall be iOS and Android. And then much work will be done in this lib, which has the main.dat file. Basically, this is the default code that comes when you create a new project. And so what we are going to do, let's just skip this, though we're not going to interact with it. Let's try now to run the project. It's that simple. So in your Android Studio, you should have the emulator you're going to run the project on. And for my case, okay, I already have this mobile. So, okay, we are going to come here, but it's already running. We already have this running. So that's ignored. Let's now just click this to run our first project and see how it looks. This may take a few minutes. So we may skip. All right, so what we are going to do, it means that it has already run. Where do we find it then? So we come here, check, it's here. So this is our default project. The app has already built. You see this, okay. However, we don't need, let's first remove all these. Actually, what we are going to do, let's begin from scratch. So we delete all this, right? So we are going to check here our file. Of course, we expect errors. We have the lib, that's where our code is going to be done most of the time. And so now we are going to start. So we have this main function. Okay, we can remove it. Run up. Okay. So let the main file have only this main. Okay. And now what does this do? It should run. Tell something that to run up. So you give it what it should run. You give it a widget it should run. Okay. So here, this is enough. What we're going to do here, we can create another file. Maybe we call it my app. So it's that file, as you can see here. We call it my app. My app. Definitely it will be .dat because it's already, we've selected that file. All right, so we have my app here. Now in my app, we structure what we want. So we can say class. Okay, stateless. Okay, you can do that. Okay, or you want to complete class. We call it my app. It extends stateless. Stateless widget. We are going to use material. Okay, it extends stateless widget. And that's a class. However, because it extends stateless widget, it expects some implementation, definitely. So when you put your cursor here on my app, it tells you that there is a missing concrete implementation of abstract class stateless widget extends widget.build. So we need a build method here. And they are telling us, giving us option, try implementing the missing method or make the class abstract. So we do that. Now, the hover key. All right. So this is the class now that is going to start our app. So we come here in this run app, we put my app. So we are telling this function, actually, the Flutter app looks for this method to start running. So we are telling it to run my app. Okay. Now my app here, we will see that this my app definitely has nothing. Let's first remove this error here on test because we made some changes. I need to give a right import. All right, close that. So here we need a material app. Okay. So we are going to return material app. Okay. Because now this material app is like it will be the overall container of the various widgets. Forgetting to say that Flutter is all about widget. Everything you have in Flutter is widget classes are widgets, containers are widgets. So here we have a home. Okay, we have home. Now home, we need a scaffold. Okay, we need a scaffold, and that scaffold could be a class on its own. So let's wait. Let's create another one here. Maybe we call it my home here. So we can say home page. Home page. And we can say class home page extends state plus widget of material. Okay, then it expects this like we did before. Now this home page is the class we want here as the home page. Okay, now we have to check home page, and in home page we shall return a scaffold. Return scaffold. Okay, now a scaffold is like what you see on the screen here on the phone, that wall layout, the scaffold. So this scaffold has what you can define as up bar. Up bar has the title and other params that you can define. We shall go with title. And title we can say Flutter tutorial. But should be in a text widget. So you wrap with text. Okay. Then still, this scaffold has the body. Okay. Now the body is where we want to place our content. So you choose which widget you want to display depending on the layout or the designs that you have. We are going to have our column. The column, okay, should be the first one. Column, and the column has children, which are also widgets. So the children here, we are going to put our text, and the text can be my first app. Okay, so let's try to run and see what happens. Oh, yeah. So you see, we have all this. We have our app, which says Flutter tutorial, and inside we see this. Okay. So that you see that there is this banner. We can go on my app and we remove it. We can say debug, checked banner false. Then we hot reload. This is hot reloading. So it has gone away. And you have your content here. And also what you can see, just hover on the widget that you've selected or that you've used, and you see the various options, the various parameters you can pass, and how you can interact with that particular widget. So because you see that even here, we have color, we have title, you have theme, we have a lot of things that you can put in here. You have home. Yes. All right, so basically, Flutter is, I can say it is very easy right from the create. The other good thing is with Flutter, as you've seen the structure, it is cross-platform, so you'll be able to have a single code base and create an app that runs on different platforms like iOS, you see here, like Android, Linux, Mac OS, web, Windows. Instead of having a lot of applications with the same functionality, you could just come and have the work done with Flutter on a single code base. For now, I can say thanks and let's catch up in the next lesson. Stay coding with Kamira. All right.